was here.
That's 50 feet.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Oof. I'm assuming you're gonna throw like here so you don't hit people and the magic shit anyways, because I don't think I should classify it.
He doesn't know what that magic is.
Okay, so he's wanting to blow. It doesn't affect it. So if it's restrained, does it just fail, or you have disadvantage? 11 fails, I believe, so it's a full 18. Okay. Its singed fur becomes more singed as black powder. The smell of that sort of sulfur fills the air.
Man, it's gonna smell like hell when we're done over here.
Watch it
It
burn.
does smell like hell here.
Oh, watch it burn. You stupid creature. Cool. Jumps back. That's
Alright.
it.
Hey, just because we did this time. Okay. It's failed its attempts to escape like 3 times now, so I'm just gonna again. Yeah, there you go. So that does it. That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
It's still gonna attempt to attack Cameron until it fucking. Okay, that's a failed attempt.
It has a plus 9.
That's a failed attempt. It has a plus 10 to hit. Yes. There you go. Finally hits.
Oh.
This
Make me a Constitution saving throw then.
Constitution +4.
So you'll only take 2 points of damage at the end of your turn. Next turn.
Ooh.
As well as 9 points of damage right now. The shadow moves from Cameron back to the only other target it can track, which is Lake. It's going to spend its legendary action to attack Lake. Disadvantage doesn't hit anyway. Statistically, it's not likely to hit.
Okay.
That is its turn. Nice, clean, quick, and simple. Lake,
So
it's your turn.
do I have advantage on it?
You do, but now the fog bank has rolled back in, so you're not disadvantage on it. So basically, it cancels out.
Straight
So
roll.
I'm just normal.
Straight
Yes.
Okay.
roll. Hits and hits. So how do you want to kill it?
Hey. I
I
forgot to throw Fury the Small in the last one. Oh well.
just want to smash. Lake smash.
As this thing is being held in its grab, lash escape out of the girlfriend grass, its mouth, its maw, as it lunges out at you to take one last bite at the first person it decided to put its mark, its tracking mark upon. You take a step back and let it lunge forward, biting out like a dog held back by a leash. And then you do a little pirouette, a turn, and then downward swing like an executioner down its head. Yeah! Its maw still keeps biting and slows down to nothingness. And then its body begins crumpling like a piece of paper in on itself. The grass that has its grip on it begins sort of crushing it just by on instinct, because you're just trying to kill it. And then it crushes its fur, its bones, its weird skeletal, like emaciated, like you can see its ribs poking out, like just crushes it until it's nothing but bone fragments. And you're not sure 100% if it's the crushing that did that or if it just did that naturally. As the fog bank clears out and you guys let it roll past you and yourselves out of it, there's no head, there's no fur, no bone fragments. But it is gone, and you guys are good. Thank you, Sonia.
Wow, that was deeply unpleasant.
I hide.
Roll stealth.
I don't hide good.
Maybe Bumblebee poking out.
As you guys let the fog roll out, clear out, You guys are left for a moment of post-battle adrenaline pumping through your veins. The smell is still there, but it's like very distilled out. Or distilled, diluted out. So it's much weaker, much less.
Wizard is going to try and check his skin color sneakily without anyone noticing.
roll. I mean, it probably doesn't. You probably no roll. You just look down at your hands or whatever. Like it's not really that hard. You're fine.
The way he does it is he kind of like looks into his
Sure.
like how do you say shirt collar. Like, just check.
You're fine. You haven't acquired any more extra fur. You don't smell any worse than you might normally do after a day's worth of travel.
Your skin color is not blue.
You're not blue.
Is Lake's shadow still out? Back to normal. Lake's shadow back to normal.
It is back to normal.
Okay.
I breathe a sigh of relief. Whew.
Well, that was some
Are they-
interesting.
Are they still bleeding?
At this point, the last bleed damage would kick in, so I guess Cameron take 2 points of damage. That's it.
Damn it.
As you take like your first step, like a bit of blood squirts out of your plate armor a bit, or just oozes out a bit, and you're like, fuck.
Can I just take a short rest, like sit on the ground?
Yeah, you guys can.
My mage
anybody
hand
need-
fist bumps my
Earth in hand.
earth and grass, and then
It basically just fist bumps only one of the fingers of the earth and grass, and then earth and grass does a thumbs up, and then crumbles away to nothingness. The spiritual
Anybody
weapon,
needing- Yeah.
your spiritual arrow points in a direction. Not perpendicular nor parallel to the river, it's somewhere in between. So so imagine the river is like a straight line. It's not actually, but imagine if it were. It basically goes 45 degrees. And you're like, oh, what the heck? I'm not telling you to do that. What does that mean? Cameron, roll me perception of advantage.
Okay.
I guess everyone else can roll as well.
10.
Oh.
Right.
Well, if anyone's
Okay.
interested in the arrow that's pointing by itself, then you can roll with advantage. Before
Very interested.
Because I don't see shit.
Is it only Cameron who gets advantage? Or?
No, you all have advantage. Like you all know where it's see where it's pointing. So.
Oh. Also, remember when you were
Okay.
making jokes about cannibals?
Wendigo's not a cannibal.
Don't they
Well, in
portray
some
fun
stories it-
cannibalism?
There's different legends for Wendigos.
Oh, okay.
There's different legends. The one in which I'm interpreting it is it's more like a spirit. In a world where there's monstrosities and fairies and stuff like that, I'd say a Wendigo is more akin to like a Verbane, like a spirit.
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess not even a Verbane. Verbane is a cursed soul. A Wendigo is just a force of nature. It's like a Leshen from Witcher. You know, it just is there.
Okay.
So imagine a Leshen is like neutral, of lawful neutral, I guess, of don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. A Wendigo is chaotic evil. It's evil spirit that just its sole existence is to cause other people suffering. Stuff like that. So, everyone that is basically ironically
Yeah.
you guys see poking out through the tree line in that direction, way off, that the fog banks are dissipating. Just so. Quick to come, quick to go. And revealing through that direction, you see bits of like this ice blue poking out.
Oh,
You guys realize you're a lot. You guys realize as you, I don't know, maybe one of you climbs a tree or something, but you guys realize you're a lot closer than you thought.
very good.
Hey, let's grab some Shota, get some rest, and then head out first late.
Thank the gods.
Boogle, your bomb, your Magnus Opum is undisturbed. But by the end of the night, it is ready. It is so...
Basically, he just takes the big he had and straps like daisy chain 15 more buttons,
strategies.
puts some straps on, straps it to it.
How big is this thing exactly in your mind's eye?
About his size.
Oh, so it's the same size. Okay, so that's what I was wondering. Okay.
Rough code.
Look like a hunchback. So, let's go into the narrative side of things, huh? You guys spend the remaining few hours of daylight because day goes very long. Very long here in the summer, if I recall correctly. It's winter's... Yeah, winter is... I do this right? Yeah, winter is long nights.
President of Sweden.
Winter's very short day, very long night. Summer
Okay,
is...
so I got it right then.
Yeah,
long,
summer
very
is...
long day, very short night.
Yeah, summer is very long day, short night.
Okay, good. That means chronologically this actually can happen simultaneously. Campaign, which is good. You'll see why in a moment. My friends, dawn eventually arrives. The other dawn after, again, a few more hours of daylight and then a very short night. You guys get your rest. The bomb gets completed. And you guys get going. 2 goblins in tow now instead of 1.
The plan was actually probably just to send your group out and have the goblin die. But instead...
You guys probably have your own theories of, like, which among you got the shit end of the stick as to your, like, I want you to die due to some upper official not liking you. You don't know. Anyways,
in the very
goblin,
north,
it doesn't. It's probably a list of who doesn't hate him versus who does hate him. Anyways.
In the very north, the sun goes. It only dips, like it almost doesn't go beyond the horizon. So there's always a faint streak of light. So it's never completely dark.
Okay. Then something like that happens, I would say, because I imagine that Eastwood's rest rate is probably like at the top of the world.
Yeah. Then the sun would just barely dip, and you would still be able to see some of it.
Well, there you go then. Luckily, you guys have a cave in which it's dark in if you turn out the lights. So go you. Get some sleep. Dawn approaches, never leaves, whatever. Eventually, some time passes. That's good enough. Grab some food, some grub in you, and you get going to the ice cavern system that you're here for. It's not a hard job. Hell, you guys enter the ice cavern system, and it is filled with all these bioluminescent is not the word because crystals aren't alive, but terraluminescent, I don't fucking know, naturally luminescent crystals that just sort of hum. Glowy crystals that sort of hum with energy. You guys mine out some of them detonate. Magical energy stored in a crystal. When the crystal is broken in a controlled manner, it just sort of blows up like a bomb. Oh well. But the bigger ones that you do harvest have enough stability to them that they don't blow up and you just take them. So you guys begin mining out this place. You still have the big boom. Boogle. And as you guys are mining... Well, I don't know. All of you roll me perception. It doesn't matter. There's no DC. I'm just wondering who is the highest amongst you. All of you roll me perception.
I think
I guess... you never know. Someone else might get a nat 20. Hey!
Still high, though.
I'll give it to you both. You both are both. Mine is really large crystal. Probably the size of, like a warhorse.
Damn.
So it's really fucking tall. Like, it's just jutting out of the ground. It's a long, spindly thing, but it's just really tall. Mm-hmm. You guys are mining that, and then it begins rolling down the cavern. You're like, shit, we just mined it. You guys go down to chase it down into ice caverns. Again, it's ice caverns. Sound bounces and echoes, so you guys can always get in touch with each other pretty easily. As you guys go down, you guys stumble upon a very, very, very peculiar looking door. Big, large double doors made entirely of opaque white ice. And I'm talking huge. I'm talking like probably the size of 2 stories, so
That's a
20
big
feet.
fucking door.
It's a huge door. It's a thick door at an initial glance. It has its own entry chamber, even. You guys just both see it.
Huh.
And it's at this point, its guardians kick into overdrive. Now, this is narrative. I'm not going to run down the combat for this because that'll take way too fucking long. But just know that 4 air elemental myrmidons show up. These beings made of ice shards, cold wind, and the storm itself apparate into existence.
Oh.
You guys fight them. And I imagine if I actually did run the calculations on, like, ran some sort of analysis simulation on this, I can imagine how it would, because one of you has a bomb that does, like, what did we say, like 30 d4 damage?
That much. That's a lot
So,
of
yeah.
ones.
Ooh.
Double fireball on top of it.
Exactly. 30d4 damage, 1 huge bomb later, the earth itself shakes slightly, icicles up the ceiling fall, nearly impaling a couple of you. Those of you wearing plate armor, ignore it as if it was fucking, little raindrops against your metal, builds. The guardians of this door are defeated quickly, handedly. The doors themselves remain shut. If anything, at the firewall, they actually get another protective ice coating on the front of it. Regardless, you guys are selfish assholes, and you... You got the crystals, you got your job done, and decide to shelve it and maybe tell someone when you go back to Easter's Respite. You go home. As you guys follow the river, or you guys follow the mountain pass north this time, not wanting to go through the forest due to fear of stinkiness as well as bad memories. As you guys leave the ice caverns, you guys are heading north, following the mountain range to go to the other river fork and find out what happens with that. As you guys are leaving the ice cavern, those of you that caught it before catch it once more out of the corners of your eyes. A darting figure dashing between the trees.
Aww.
And you decide, fuck no, and you definitely don't go to the forest this time. You are doubly hesitant on any shadows that attract you from outside of the forest. But you get the feeling it learned its lesson, and you guys don't have any tracking shadow evolutions on you guys. As you guys go north, you find the hot springs a Dead Man Johnson referenced. And perhaps it's because you have a cleric in your party, or perhaps it's because you have a warlock in your party. As you guys decide to take a breather and enjoy the hot springs, the waters in which Cameron chills in, enjoying the hot springs for, they come alive and are just sort of like an inquisitive pet. Or, unfortunately for Gurkle, the waters in your hot spring come alive
And try to kill me.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god.
After some no, please don't do that from Cameron, like busting out weapons, the 2 water weirds that occupy these hot springs chill out until their summoner shows up, an old druid folk that has been here since the first wave and has stayed here since the first wave. Wondering who the fuck you guys are, why you have questions for another time, perhaps. You guys leave the druid in good company. You guys decide to utilize the healing hot springs he has to recover the drowning injuries for Gurkle. But as well as to Buko, you get the feeling that if you stayed there long enough, got a strong enough concentration, you might even get your hand back.
Dun, dun, dun.
If you wanted to. The druid finds you perplexing and very, very, very dangerous, but in a good way. He likes people like that. Regardless, you eventually leave the druid's abode, his hot springs, you say goodbye to the weirds, protectors of those hot springs, and you go back home, following the river, back to Issa's Respite. You turn in the crystal droves you have. You tell the right superiors that don't hate all of you collectively about the door you found, and that, my friends, was a story and a mission report to be sent across the colonies on another day. And that's it.
Oh wow. Well, that was
Thank
fun.
you all so much
Nice.
for joining me today for the Easter Respite one-shot.
Yeah,
That
have
was
fun.
wonderful.
Lovely.
Given time, you guys might get told about, like, in the main campaign about those doors,
Nice.
and you guys might get sent up here to deal with them. Maybe.
Ooh.
How far, in the sense of days, how
Crossover.
far away is this place to Drift Rivers Bay?
Okay, so put yourself on the southern tip of Florida. Now put yourself basically the northern state of Alaska in terms of longitude, like that.
Huh.
Ew.
Not
That's
That's
a long
diagonal
ways.
distance. Not diagonal distance, but I'm turning this
Yeah.
longitude.
south to north.
Okay, yeah.
It's
straight.
long.
Yeah, that's a bit.
It's a very long bit, and to the people that inquire what happens to the information in this campaign, this hasn't got revealed yet in the other campaign. But basically, what happens is magic, long-term or long-distance magic communication doesn't work on this continent. They don't know why. It's a really big confusion, and it's pissing off a lot of mages.
Makes
One
sense.
of the big things about the second wave is on your way here, you also took over, colonized, whatever, a bunch of islands along the way. Island hopping to a degree, although they're not all near each other.
Interesting.
The closest island allows them to have a 1-week communication time between locations, between colonies as well as back to the homeland.
Okay, so
So you guys still have a tie of relatively fast communication, again, 1 week versus a few months between the places, like the homeland and the colony and stuff like that. But yeah, so given some time, the people down Drift Rivers Bay are going to find out about this weird, very ominous door in the mountainside. And you guys are going to have your own door to deal with once we get back to the main campaign.
Ooh.
And then
I'm gonna play a
now,
fighter for real now.
I offer this once and only once. Well, technically twice. It depends. To you two, Rebecca and Kirsty, I wanted to give you guys a taste of it. You know, just spread your wings a bit, see if something's a bit more up your alley.
Mm.
I allow any one of you to change your entire class, your subclass, if you can give me a narrative noose to play with, if that makes sense.
I might think about that.
If you want to switch out of being a divination wizard to something else, we can make it so. It might take some godly intervention, some fairy magic, some devil deals, but that just makes it all the more fun and interesting. So, think
And
about
all the more rewarding.
it. Exactly.
Did
Because
any- go ahead.
let me cut you off really quick. I want you guys to have a fun time in the long. Don't want you to saddle with something that you're only half okay with the entirety of a long-term campaign. Not my goal.
Mhm.
So if you
Sounds
want to switch to something that is like 100% your feel, I would much rather just do that, and then we get a cool narrative, like noose, to play with.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. I might think about that. I might talk to you about this.
Talk to me. Talk to any of our other people here. Again, O is a fantastic, build consultant if you ever need to, destroy something in a matter of minutes.
he has archival knowledge of most of this game.
Go on, fuck.
Rebecca,
Yes, sir.
this is interesting because I was talking to O the other day about something adjacent. One of Tanum's current ambitions is to write a manual on melee combat. The 4 pillars of melee combat, in his view, the essence of melee fighting, so to speak.
hmm
So if you want to explore that with the Minius,
Melee fighting for wizards.
Ooh.
War mage.
That'd be pretty
There is
cool,
the
actually.
Dude, that'll be so sick.
It's up to you, like how far of a change it will be. You might just switch to Eldritch Knight or something. You might do something else entirely. You might take Paladin or something. I don't know. It's a lot of discussion to be had, but it is an avenue I want you, if you want to consider.
Mhm.
I definitely will, because, yeah.
Yeah.
Same for you, Kirsty. If you want to switch out of being a wizard and go something else, because
I don't know.
if I'm being perfectly honest, you guys picking wizard as your first is like, that's a fucking mountain to climb over. So like,
You're doing good.
you guys are doing very well, all things considered. But I'm just saying, like, it's huge.
Yeah, I don't know. I might consider like, because I quite like playing as a wizard, to be honest.
That's fine. Then keep playing wizard. That's 100% fine.
Yeah, maybe like multi-class or something.
You could multi-class. That is always an avenue.
Yeah.
Wizard's a hard class to multi-class with, but it's been done.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's builds for it.
Definitely.
But yeah, something to consider.
Yeah.
I'm going to break down every level you have into other levels for other classes, stuff like that.
So
You can
when
just
do you
drop
want like
an
when do you
answer.
want like an answer and stuff by?
In technicality,
into the
whenever
story?
you so desire it, it's your enjoyment that you're playing with. Again, like, do you want to go 2 more sessions at like 50% enjoyment, or just start at 100% now? It's up to you. It's your speed.
I mean, I do really like my divination was.
I mean,
But yeah.
here's the thing: we ended an hour early, so if you want to talk, could just talk about it.
And if
But yeah.
you want to go to
My
sleep,
BF
it's
just
like
brought
2
me a
in the morning
bunch
for
of
some
food.
people.
I'm gonna go eat my food.
You can go eat. Yeah, we're probably gonna chill. But
But yeah, I'm gonna think about it and like
Certainly.
I'll probably talk to all of you at some point about it just
Certainly.
because there's so much information and so much I don't know.
So many
Yeah.
options, so many things.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next session. Is anyone busy, absent, late, scheduling? Blah, blah,
I
blah.
should be fine for next session.
This
I
coming
think I'm
Saturday.
good. I think
Let
I'm
me
doing
look.
a morning shift.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm all good. I actually have like 3 days off for some reason, so I'll take it.
What
okay.
date is this? The next is 14.
No.
Seven.
No, it'll be the
September 7th.
oh no. So it's no, it's the 8th.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point. though. That's
Sunday.
actually a good point.
I can do
Seven?
Saturday.
Awesome.
7th.
Is there anything going on for you or nah? Or yeah?
Mother-in-law on next.
Hmm. How does that work? How does that tamper with your scheduling, if at all?
Oh, that's my wife's.
Oh.
I'm just telling you, she's gonna be here.
That's a good marriage style. It's not my mother. It's my mother-in-law, but your mother. I like that. Okay, so basically, while I have you guys all here, because we finished so early, because I didn't want to throw you guys in for another hour of combat. More than an hour. Next session, we'll have the gang all back together. To you, Kirsty, if you're curious, where is it? Which side is it? It's this one. This one. Oh, fuck.
I believe in you.
This
We can do it.
Close all this. Delete that
Oh.
slide.
Thank you.
So this is what's.
This?
This is the safe house for the people that kidnapped you, and where the party has been. Got a lot of shit happen to them in the past little bit.
Oh really? Oh,
Yeah,
is this
Tannen learned what it's like to be a whack-a-mole.
This is true.
You could say that.
But basically, what's going to be happening next session is that you, as Wise, are here.
Oh, wait, let me zoom out a second. I'm only getting like a. But
So we have
Okay.
top left is first floor, then to the right of that is the second floor, and then we have the basement underneath. Literally.
okay, so where all those orange lights?
Yeah. So these are like trails, but the point I'm trying to go for is you are present in the building, not in the way that you may think.
Mm-hmm.
You are being held in a necklace right now. A nice ruby necklace.
Ah, okay.
Instructions clear. Break necklace, release person. Simple as that.
Yeah, but.
So you're here somewhere in that room there.
Oh, okay.
They have a number of people who are unconscious, or one of them is just plain apparently unkillable. Literally. And they're not exactly particularly loyal. Loyal to their boss, so they're just willing to be like, yeah, your friend is there. Simple as that. So you will be present for the beginning of the session. We're gonna crack you open, and then Wise
Like a
will be
fine
right
wine.
there. like a fine wine.
Hooray!
So Wise will be right there, but you guys know, well, maybe not you guys, but Nadia there, our blonde friend, blonde gunslinging gas mask wearing friend, has some business with the guy that kidnapped, well, the boss of the guy is that kidnapped you, the Scarlet Dervish. And it's gonna involve a showdown at sunset, and only one round is gonna get fired. And she doesn't plan on being the one dead at the end of it.
Oh.
Classic gunslinger showdown against her
I
brother.
love that.
So
Yes.
yeah. Next session we'll have all of us there. You guys are likely to have a session with one Hedon Dorner, the unkillable Oathbreaker Paladin, one Amelia, better known by her assassin alias as the Dragonfly, and one cunt named Ringo.
Who's literally
He's gonna be
to the wall.
the
That's
fodder.
gonna be a very short conversation. But yeah, that's how next session's gonna go.
Sounds
At the beginning, at
good.
least. You guys are gonna have your own door to deal with. You guys will have next session to enjoy what's left of Saints Day, however you wish. The showdown between Nadia and her criminal, devil-serving brother is going to be a narrative thing. You guys don't have to dirty your hands with it at all. I'm just going to describe it to you. Maybe I'll type up a short story on the side and then just drop it when it happens, but like read it if you want. But yeah, next session will just be that, and then you guys get to enjoy Saints Day, what's left of it.
Yee.
Um,
Excitement.
so that you can get your brain rolling on it, Fred, Hedon will tell you, basically immediately, because I imagine you guys are going to bring it up, they have nothing to do with those flowers and those notes. That's not them at all. They don't even know about it until you bring it up. So,
Oh.
allow Tannum's paranoid mind to begin digging around, and...
No, don't do this.
I thought we already told you that. Okay.
So yeah. And you still have the note that says, go here at sundown. So, keep that in mind. But yeah.
Remind me, when did that note? I can't remember.
Your first note came to you when you guys had just gotten swindled by Ringo into buying Wise's staff back for 750 gold. You guys crossed the busy street, and then Aminius had a flower and a note with it, and the note said sometimes it's better to just walk away. So that was the first time you guys got your first note. And then you got one at Ian's place, which is like, go here at sundown. Or drop your equipment off here, go to a different location. So yeah, I think I got another one, but I don't remember what. Whatever.
The shopkeeper.
Yeah, the shopkeeper. What did it say? Oh yeah, that was the one telling you obey the notes, alright. So yeah.